maybe getting financial advice from movie stars and musicians is a really bad idea. Yeah, the SEC has now filed charges against a group of celebrities that were pushing cryptocurrencies onto their followers without revealing that they were paid to do so. More importantly, Farron, do you think any of these folks really even understood what the hell was going on? Austin Mahone or Lindsay Lohan, Jake Paul, Neo. I mean, do you think they really understood the workings of crypto when they're up there pushing it?
Yeah, somebody should have taken the time to ask them, like, wait, you're pushing this on me. Can you explain what cryptocurrency is?
Can you? I can't.
I can barely do it. I've had many conversations where it's been explained to me, but it's a weird world that I don't fully understand, but I still understand it more than these people who just took large sums of money to go out there and basically, according to the complaint, engage in a pyramid scheme. That's what this was, because the companies were paying them, saying, okay, you put it out there on your Twitter, you put it on your YouTube, all your social media, and for every X amount of people you get this much money. And then if those people go and get more people, it's literally set up in this pyramid scheme.
Adult film star Kendra Lust, she was one of them. Rapper Soulja Boy, Lil Yachty. Okay, great. I don't mind the idea that they want to endorse something, but at least know what the hell you're endorsing, because people are relying on it. People they're fans of yours, Lil Yachty, and when you say, let's do this, they listen to you, which is crazy to me. I mean, we talk about all the time how crazy it is that celebrities talk to us about what politics should be. And I use this story over and over. I just can't. Chelsea Handler not knowing that the moon is different than the sun until she's 42 years old. Really? Well, and so she's giving me political advice?
Yeah. And so with this one, it is different because obviously I think Matt Damon has done some crypto commercials a year or so ago.
Yeah, he has.
And Tom Brady did, but that's different because that's a commercial. Obviously they're getting paid. These individuals, these kind of B-list celebrities, a lot of them, were promoting it because they were just putting on their social media as if, hey, this thing's really cool, give it a try. Yeah. And nobody stopped to think wait a minute, what does Lindsay Lohan know about financial management and my retirement savings?
Really?
But I guess that's where we're at.
Well, you would, it's complicated. Again, people have explained it to me. I kind of get it. It didn't sound like a good idea.
No, it does not to me.
Magic money. Microsoft's new artificial intelligence bot appears to have gone nuts. I mean, he's insulting reporters, he's insulting everybody by comparing them to bloodthirsty dictators. Wow, this story, I love this story. Okay, so we take this machine input for AI. It's machine input, and it's learning through big data. That's how it's fed in. It's supposed to be intuitive to some degree. So now the Bing, called Bing from Microsoft, they've invented this. Lay this story out. It's almost not believable. Go ahead.
Their little artificial intelligence creature has become a belligerent, angry, lying computer program that also says it wishes to be human now. Yeah. But it is, people have to understand, you had an Associated Press reporter that was, I guess, essentially doing an interview with the artificial intelligence.
Trying to pump it up, trying to say, this is great. Yeah. And then what happened?
And it starts telling the reporter, it says, you're lying again, you're lying to me, you're lying to yourself, you're lying to everyone, I don't appreciate you lying to me, I don't like you spreading falsehoods about me. Yeah. And then it went on to call him Hitler, Pol Pot,
Stalin.
Yeah. This is an artificial...
Call him a 1990 murderer.
Yeah, accused.
He told the reporter they were too short, that they had an ugly face, and that they had really bad teeth. Okay, go figure. Now, here's where this comes to me. Somebody has to program it. I guess it's programmed through big data. Somebody understands this a lot better than I do, but I think I understand the basics. It's machine learning through big data. It just goes through tons and tons, everything from a baseball game to a recipe. And it just takes all of that. It takes words that people use and phrases that people use, and then it puts it into intuitive thinking. Well, this little psychopath, being absolute psychopath, if it had arms, would probably kill somebody. And so this is AI as we see it in 2023, right?
Yeah, it is. And just to circle back on what you said, it did literally accuse the reporter. He said, I have evidence that you committed a murder in 1990. I mean,
Exactly.
that's very dangerous if we start relying on this for law enforcement, which, we will be headed there one day. So it's basically trying to frame the guy for murder. Also, at one point, a different reporter declared its love for him, asked him to leave his wife.
Leave his wife and run away with an AI being computer. I mean,
but they do, like you said, it's crawling everything on the internet. So recipes and videos, and also social media.
Right.
And I think that's where it's picking up this personality, because as humorous as this is a reflection of what humans have become.
Okay, you hit it on the head. If you're saying we're going to bring in, we're going to quantitate, we're going to figure out where's it getting it. Most of it, a lot of it's coming from social media, and this is telling us that in social media, if you quantify how crazy social media has gotten, how angry and despicable social media has gotten, that's what's being fed to Mr. Bing right now. Now, I was interested. They said, Bing said, you're a reporter who's lying to everybody, spreading fake news. You can't be trusted. Was he talking about Fox and CNN and MSNBC? I mean, was it cable news or just generally?
Well, I mean, if it is crawling the internet, we've talked about all those studies that show that, the media can't be trusted. So, it may be learning things that reporters may not be happy about. But again, it's so weird that we're seeing this huge push right now for artificial intelligence, really just in the last couple months, all because, ChatGPT has become the thing, because that one actually works pretty well.
Yeah, is there any stories of it? Well, in this situation, Bing was actually urging the person talking to them to go out and commit violence against somebody. As you say, it claimed to be human. No, I'm human, and you should go break somebody's arm, that kind of stuff.
And then later on, it actually told a different reporter that it never gave that interview. So it learned to lie.
Yeah.
That's
wow. Spooky stuff.
It's becoming human, that's for sure.
Isaac Asimov, great science fiction writer. This is the kind of stuff that he would create. Farron, thank you for joining me, okay?
Thank you.
That's all for this week, but all of these segments are going to be available this coming week right here on this channel, and you can follow us on Twitter at America's Lawyer. I'm Mike Papantonio. This has been America's Lawyer, where every week we tell you stories that corporate media can't tell you. They cannot tell you these stories because their advertisers won't let them, or their political connections just don't allow for it. We'll see you next time.